Hello, welcome everybody to our weekly show. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Elnathan, and this is the LCC Media Foundation broadcast, sharing your stories with Elnathan. I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined us so far. Thank you so much for joining in. You guys are the best. I'm just going to go ahead and bring in my trusted friend right now. Her name is Bala. Today we have a show for you called Let's Talk About Stress. Hi, Bala. Hello, Bala. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
How are you doing today?
I took out all my wisdom teeth. So all my wisdom teeth.
You took out all today.
So guess what? I think I'm wiser than you 4 times.
I'm so sorry to hear.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me you were going to the dentist.
Oh. We'll leave that story for another day.
I was going to say, can you share your dentist experience with us? And this is...
Oh, it was, to say the truth, it was better than I thought. Like, I've heard stories of people that went. So when I was on the chair there, I was just waiting for the aha moment. And then the guy tells me you're done. I'm like, okay. Oh, really? Yeah.
Did they numb it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, my goodness.
How are you feeling?
And then the after pain was, I guess, a couple of hours ago. I was in so much pain, but yeah, with medications, I'm good.
So you're high now?
Super high. I can't see anything, do anything.
Really? You are high on medication.
I'll tell you.
Medication, not the other kind of medication.
Okay. Let's be clear.
Well, they didn't give you weed, did they?
Yeah.
No. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So but I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you. It doesn't look like you can talk much today. And I was hoping that you share stories of...
I guess like I said, 4 times wise. I took out 4, so...
Why 4 at once?
I would rather do it at once than have to go, multiple times.
To all our viewers out there, I'm one person who is scared of the dentist, and I don't go to the dentist. I'm not proud of it, but I don't go. And this is interesting because and I'm happy this has happened, because I'm like, should we go to the dentist? Because now, and I say this because when I was growing up, my father used to use chewing stick. And he had a special kind of chewing stick that came from the village, and they said that one, if you use that chewing stick particularly, your teeth will, and then when we go back home to the village, they'll bring the chewing stick, and we will try to attempt to chew the thing, like you see men, and they have that thing like a badge of honor on their mouth, like that, and they spit it out, and then they said that if you have those things, you don't ever need to go to the dentist. Is it true? Do you feel so? Because of that now, and then also they also told me that the pain of the dentist is more than labor pain. Is it true? How is it true? Do you feel that way?
I would say no. I would say the pain of the aftermath of whatever they have done. If you're not on medication, yes, it can be so painful. But while they're doing it, with these days, there's a lot of drugs and there's a lot of things that they put and numb it, and like by the time you're done, you don't even know anything has happened. But to tell you the truth, for someone who's been to the dentist like severally in a couple of years, my first trip is my front teeth.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's half actually. So for anybody that has half teeth, there's hope.
Half teeth? Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean, half teeth?
So I had an accident and then it broke into half.
But it doesn't look half right now. Did they glue it together?
Yes.
This your smile is,
So yeah, that was my first trip. And I thought that was the only thing I was going to do. But when I got there, my dentation was I needed intervention, quick intervention.
They told you that you believe them.
And that's how come I had to take the wisdom teeth because it wasn't growing well. And then my gum was growing over it. So it was just a ticking bomb waiting to
Was it
explode.
affecting your eating? Were you
It
not?
was affecting nothing. But the thing is, the way the dentist, once they see, they'll be like, I'm eating my meat very well. I'm okay.
Because that's the thing. If the thing is not bothering anything, it's not affecting anything major. You can eat, you can drink water, it's not paining you, are not sensitive to it. What is the point of taking it out? That's my own
I think the
question.
point of taking it out is that it doesn't explode. So it's good, it's okay. But I hear for people that have had issues, one day something just goes wrong and then, the whole thing is a mess. Right. And so, so I decided to, take it seriously. I started the journey first with the front one. They did some serious work there. And then I had a couple of other issues that I said fixing one after the other. And
Other
then
issues they found those issues for
oh
you.
yeah.
They
Oh yeah.
found it wasn't like as if you were aware. Okay.
Oh no, no, okay, so no. I lied there. At some point I started having some sensation.
Okay.
So I started feeling something. So I was like, this doesn't feel right, So, that took me back. And then that was what took me. The front one took me, and then, this other one took me. And then, so they said, well.
I'm very fascinated with your dental story because I've been in North America for a long time. And let me tell you, I've probably been to the dentist, and I'm not proud of it necessarily. Like, I'm the dentist's worst patient. They call me every 6 months. You want to come from your annual cleaning? I'm like, yeah, reschedule me. And then the day before, I cancel. And as you can tell, with my smile, see, I have a gap. And my teeth is not by any standard North American because, once again, yeah, I have a gap there. And I know that if I take you to the dentist, they are supposed to help me. They'll do something. No, it's fine. I'm not doing anything. I have the insurance. I'm not interested in doing anything. Because that pain, I'm too scared of the pain. The pain, I can't, it's not epidural for the mouth. So, is there epidural for the mouth?
Are you chasing epidural for?
I need epidural. I can't, my pain threshold is very small. I can't go and put my mouth there voluntarily and then they poke it.
So, well, like I said, it's the aftermath that you now start feeling all the pain of everything they've done.
Is that pain?
At least in my case. And I'll tell you that my pain threshold is high, actually.
Okay, so on the scale of 1 to 10 now, and 10 being the highest, what is the pain you're feeling?
Pain I'm feeling right now, I'd say 2, because I just had my medication. So.
Okay, now if the medication wore off, what will be the pain?
A few hours ago, I was on 10.
Eesh.
Yeah, I was vibrating, I was shaking, I was doing everything, yeah.
Thank you for coming on the show tonight. I really appreciate the dedication and your commitment. Thank you. Even hearing your story is stressing me out. And this is leading me to the topic of tonight, stress and the stressors in our life. So last week, we tried to talk about stress and stress factors and what has been stressing us out and how to deal with stress, And even just doing the show last week was a stress. Why? Because internet decided to gang up on me from the land of internet. And then my internet, everything was glitching. I couldn't hear. I was speaking all over you. You were speaking all over me. And that is, I think it was some cosmic nature that combined to say, what, let's stress out. I feel I'm not.
Let's test what she wants to say.
Let's test all those things. So we decided to do the show again. Let's talk about stress. And I think it's worth it to do it over again because it's important that we actually pay attention to the stressors in our lives and the things that are stressing us out. And And so we want to talk about stress. But before we do that, what's our value moment tonight? What do we want to leave with people tonight? Value moment. What makes this show valuable?
From me to you, go to the dentist.
Yay! Well, that's the value moment. Okay, I like that. That is actually the value moment.
Go check it out.
I know there's no checking out dentist here because it costs money, it takes your time. But I do agree that your dental health is important. Don't be like me. Don't be a chicken. go, and I admit that I don't like the dentist. You're going to have to drag me in there kicking and screaming. If I have to go, even the dentist will know that I'm coming,
And
so.
I feel like the big thing is also making it a routine for the kids, right? So for us, well, but for the kids, because I see some people and I wonder, especially people that sing, see all these American singers. So I pay attention to the most stupid things. You see all these American singers, when you see them open their mouth, I'm like, huh? How come all those yet? Everything is intact.
Oh, so
Have
let
you
me tell
noticed
you.
it?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, let me tell you. So, it's two things. It's not stupid to notice because the reason why, America is a capitalist society and they've made everything from the dog food industry to dental industry. They've made it, they've capitalized on it really. And so now they've determined or decided a standard of a smile that is attractive. So if you're going to be on TV and you smile, a smile like mine is not going to be accepted. You know why? Because culturally in the US, um, having gaps in your teeth um, is not considered proper. It's not considered beauty. Just like in other parts of the world, where if you put some rings around your neck, or you have a thing in your mouth, or so the standard of beauty in the US, I believe North America really is that you need to put braces on your teeth, squeeze your teeth together, pay all this amount. People actually put cost of braces so expensive that people put cost of braces on their it's a loan. You take out a loan for it. If you are not making that much money, it's a loan. They give you a monthly payment, you pay it. And so people actually from an early age, what you see on TV after 20 years, it didn't start the day before. It started since they were 4. Constant trip to the dentist, loans out for dentures, retainers, whitening, water peaks, different gadgets and accessories for this mouth thing.
And I
And so,
believe you because I
so
watched someone, I don't want to mention her name, who won one of this, is it American Idol or something?
mm-hmm,
From when she won it, eh,
mm-hmm.
till now, I'm like, "Hey, babes, how did you do this teeth matter? How,
It's something.
you
In fact,
know?
I know of a woman who actually went out and took out all her teeth and put fake in there so that the smile is just reggae standard. They do it too. They'll knock it all out because some people, people who have smoked for years and their teeth has developed discoloration. People have plaques in their mouth. Different things have happened to their teeth over time, and so some people say it's too expensive to keep going back to the doctor to put or to the dentist to put root canal, to drill a hole. Like the stress. So some just take it all out, and they use them dentures and poly grip and all that thing, and they keep it there, and then they smile. Look, that's why you see a 50-year-old woman or 70-year-old woman whose teeth is pure white. Have you seen that before? Somebody who smokes
Telling
and they're
you
doing this one, and you're like,
that pay
wow,
attention to all those things.
I do, I do. That's why I know I'm not going. You have to just take me my crooked smile like that because that one is not cheap. I noticed it too, and I know the story behind it. And when you go to the dentist, they'll find you something. They won't.
Oh yeah,
You
oh
never
yeah.
leave
It
the
can be.
dentist
It's
without
not. It's never a free trip.
It's
Never.
no, but it's not even that it's not free. It's also the fact that they will find you. And I really do apologize
When I
to you
mean
for
free, I
dentists
mean that they
watching
must
us.
find something. You must pay for something.
They'll make sure that there's something out there that they'll find something. Your teeth is crooked. And it's not hurting me. I can still eat. Nobody's paying that much attention to my mouth. Like really in the scheme of things, really, in my life, who looks at my mouth? Maybe my children. Maybe you. Okay, fine. Maybe our viewers. And I've admitted that my teeth is not nice. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable with it. So at the end of the day, in the scheme of things, the price of rice in China stays exactly the same. With my teeth the way it is, I honestly don't care. But to all our dentists out there, you know what? Thank you for doing a good job.
Oh
We
yeah, they do a
appreciate
great
you.
job. Yeah, the
You
doctor
know,
that attended to me did a wonderful job today. Like
you
I was
guys
like,
are,
thank you. Yeah.
yeah. And so the value moment is don't be like me, guys. Go see the dentist. You know, go to the dentist. Don't wait till you have something in your mouth and say that girl said
Oh
no. I'm saying I
yeah.
am not going because I'm scared, but you should go. So do as I say, don't do as I do. And then, but on a more serious note, the other value moment that I have for us is that the art of saving. And I want to talk about saving quickly, briefly, because we all need financial empowerment. I don't know if the savings you're going to save is going to make you that millionaire that you want to be, but I think there's something to be said for the discipline of actually putting money aside. And this is what I'm saying about it. If you make $100, put after you pay your tithes, if you pay tithes, put $1, another 10% aside. You'll be surprised that that extra 10% you're putting aside will not affect your budget. You won't even feel it. Try it. You just try it. You make $100. You pay 10% to God. Put $10 in the. Even if you put it in a jar, let that be your jar money, your rainy day money, your sock money, different names. But even if it's in coins, you'll be surprised that 10% you're taking out. That 10%, that $10, even if it's $20 per paycheck, per pay, however you get paid, make it a habit to save a little bit, and also teach your children the art of saving, the disciplined art of savings. It is important that we do that as a
Not
community.
teaching the children. I just want to jump in.
Mm,
I learned to save from my pastor, funny enough,
mm,
when I was growing up. So our pastor then would say that he's so big on the kids, like we always rallied around him. He had an open door policy for the children. The parents would line
mhm.
up outside. We would just walk into the office. So he was one that taught us. He taught us at the time. He would say, see, when you take out 10%, the next thing you take out is savings. Every other thing, take out your savings first before you start to make purchases,
I agree. That is the
before
point
you
I'm
start
making.
to make all those. And then, that thing is stood with me forever. Like it became a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Now, will I say that savings is going to, it ultimately is God that keeps us away from a lot of
I agree.
troubles
I
and
agree.
all that. But when He opens a door for employment, it's now wisdom for you to save, like
It
you have
is.
said, right?
It
Like
is.
for us, example is when we just came and then my dad fell ill, emergency. We had to buy tickets, move to Nigeria to go and check him, you
Yeah.
know.
If
So
you didn't have the savings, rainy
and
day money.
linking it to stress, it
Yes.
takes a bit of the stress off you
It does that.
if
You
you
have something to rely on. Yeah. 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 It might
exactly
not be a lot. And that's the whole thing about even talking about stress. As a lot of our stress is
financial.
is financial. It's financial, and a lot of it because we've not made preparations for
Yeah.
our financial future. We need to know, as when we are talking about stress, is that nothing just happens. Nothing just is not going to just appear that money will come to you. Yes, money can come. Money can come in a way, but money that grows does is not necessarily given; is earned. I believe so. You understand? You can
Well,
get a gift of
sometimes,
money.
so someone was telling me a story of how she believes that the money you use to establish or be great or do that big thing will not necessarily be the money you've been keeping aside. But when she told me her story, what I found is she hits jackpot. But guess what? The jackpot made sense because she had a backup. Bringing it together was now the big jackpot. Just
Yeah,
the jackpot on its own wouldn't have pushed her to do what she wanted to do,
yeah.
but because she had that pocket of money somewhere, she put it together. And then.
And then it became what it needed to be, right? Also, you're right about that also. And also the fact that money attracts money. If you have $10, you'd be surprised that you
Let
start.
me help you make it biblical. He
Help me,
says
help me.
they said the one that has much is giving, but the one that has little, even the little is
It's
taken away from him.
connected. That is like the rich is getting
I
richer.
should open church now, Abby.
You can preach. Preach. You can preach. This is fine. You can preach. You're preacher in the making. You can preach, but it's true though. The principle.
Yeah.
I'm not even using Bible. I'm just saying principles of money. Money attracts money. So if you want to reduce, let's start looking at the stressors in our lives. What stresses me out? Lack of money is a stressor for me. And I'm sure with every other woman out
I
there,
guess it'd be a stressor for anybody,
it's a
right?
stressor for men. It bring, money, yeah. And so when you look at it that way, there are millions. When I was looking at the stories I wanted to bring, I was thinking, even in my own life personally, in lives of people, friends, family, I didn't even know which story to pick. And I realized that this issue of financial stress is there. Number two,
Someone told me a story about how, the was it 2018?
mhm,
Anyway, one year that there was so much issues and it was downtown and everything wasn't going right anyway. Her
mhm,
husband had lost his job. At the time, they were both working. They had saved so much. I do not
mm,
want to say the amount because you probably just know I'm talking about her. They had
I
saved
don't sit
so
down.
much
Mhm,
that when he lost his job, she now took a step back and said, hmm, if my husband is not working, or if it's just one person working, the work should be worth the pay. So she went back to school, and her husband lost
mm,
his job,
and she
and
was
then
able to
went
retrace.
back to what she really wanted to do, which was going to earn
Mm.
her much. You can only do that because there's one backup somewhere.
There's backup. You're right. You're right. If you don't have backup, you can't do certain things. I'm liking this the way you're saying this thing. You're right. You're right. Yeah, right. I agree because you're right. Money gives you. There's money is a difference. Money stands.
She
I
went
don't.
back to school.
Yeah,
She went back, not school exactly. She went back to take her
he
licensing
went to
exams.
retrain, significantly
He
retrain. Yeah,
stayed, and then at the point she realized, oh, the kids needed attention. They needed to be supervised more. They needed to be helped more. So she took out that time. She started reading for exams, paying attention to the children's study, behavioral wise, and all that.
yeah, do that business.
He took his time to say, you know what, let's look for a job. But like you said, if there is nothing, my
Mm.
guy will be doing 10 shifts.
If there's not a quarrel with us, that's why pain and anger and
Yeah, and the house will be tensed.
everything will be tense. You can't cough, you can't, and things, and even not necessarily
Your
for
coffee is too expensive.
nothing. Not even for. I'm trying not to focus just on married people, but when you look at single folks, also when women don't have money, things happen. I'm not saying
Yeah,
as I
yeah,
speak these things.
yeah. If
Watch
you have
your
your own, someone cannot talk to you anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, you lift up your head and you walk. But when you don't have enough money, you've not built a savings, a fallback, and then certain things will be happening. Even if you'll be thinking, is it because I don't have money they're talking to me like that?
And let me tell you what that happens. Because you don't have, you now try to impress people. You want to
Yeah.
you want to build a
Image.
what's the word now? An image
Is it
of
facade?
things are okay. So you're
Yes,
not putting yourself under more
no.
pressure.
Yeah.
On a good day, if you are loaded, you don't have to wear certain things to
No,
let anybody know.
people don't
You don't even need to sell. If I that's why you'll be saying, I
trust.
beg, you should not put eyes on me.
Yeah.
You know? So when someone's looking at you and saying, you're not dressing to a size, but it's when you're not loaded, you're looking for all the designer and the big names and everything. So that when they look at you like, yes, so
It's an interesting thing you're saying because I sat in front of a woman not long ago, and I'm not going to say where I sat, but I sat and I looked at the cloth. I'm assuming that she didn't take the tag out on purpose. But then I remember way back when I was in university days, and I have friends, not me, friends, who when they go shopping, they'll buy clothes, they'll leave the tag, go to the club, and then return the clothes on so you're
by
seeing
the
them
next
very
morning.
sharp and fly on Saturday night or Friday night, and then you're like, the dress you ordered, they say, I leave it, I give it away, I give it. I'm like, no, you did not give it
I
away.
don't want my closet to be loaded, to
I
be
don't
too
wear it
crowded.
times. I don't know, I don't wear who I so I agree with you that lack of money gives us stress. It's an additional stressor in our lives, and we really need to so I guess my question is, do you save even when you have credit card debt, or do you focus on paying those debts down before you start saving?
I think that you can't say when you're owing. Let's just say the truth. Now, is Bolani saying that she's that's the case in her life? Not necessarily, but let's be truthful. If you are going to say for everybody, you say, okay, what are you worth? What you're worth is your assets minus your liabilities, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
liabilities are what you're owing. Your
Mm-hmm.
assets is what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you have $500 in your account as savings and you're owing $400, let's be truthful. All you're worth is $100. So why not pay it and start building up instead of leaving that credit card that will be earning interest?
I disagree with you, and I tell you why. Two things. I agree that until you fully pay all your debts, you're still not. How do you say, the lender is subject to the borrower is subject to the lender. You
Slave to
understand?
the land,
It's
slave
subject
to
to
the
the
lender.
lender. But no, but in this case, I believe in cash is king. I believe in cash is king. If you are looking at
Anybody that knows you know that you like cash. So
yeah,
continue.
cash is king. So this one like that. So if you've gotten yourself into issues and you have a $50,000 credit card, that is high there, your little savings might not bring that in down. Do you understand? The savings that I'm also talking about is that extra cash. Because once your credit card is maxed and you're only paying interest fees, you also would need cash for certain things, and you need to have those cash. If you can save up enough money to pay the credit card down, pay it down. I agree with you. But don't leave yourself when you are totally cash strapped either. You see what I'm saying? Like there's got to be a balance. By the way, when you talk about credit card, if you're owing $50,000 on your credit card, go to one of those money managers, debt cancellation people. Don't try and wait 20 years to pay that thing down on minimum payments. It's not worth it.
But
They
not
tell
debt
you
cancellation. My advice is go back to the bank that has given you the credit card. Let them turn that credit card to a loan,
Alone,
and you
yeah.
have a payment and you paid out. Yeah.
Well, there's that too, but there's also those people that they're not debt cancellation, really. They are
They don't
restructuring.
cancel those guys
They
mess up
can
your credit too.
negotiate, they reduce some. So if you're lucky.
No, no, they mess up your
Well,
credit history.
different experiences, eh?
Different experiences maybe,
Different
but
experiences.
sometimes they do mess up your credit history.
Okay, well, so let me put this way: go find a financial expert. If you have that much debt
Perfect.
in your name and it's giving you stress, don't think
Perfect.
you can handle it alone. Once again, don't think you can handle it alone. I know. See, one thing we need to establish is, as you know, ethnic people, even non-ethnic people, remove pride from your life. Pride does
Out.
nothing. Reach out, find help. Find help. There's I know in admitting we have what is that one called, that ATB with them partners with from time to time, and they do
Money.
I forget the name. Right, but it's money, money managing. I'll get to the name. But
I'm thinking of the yeah.
yeah, this is. I was about to say it too. But if you call them up, and I can put it on our website. If you call them up and you say, I have this issue with my credit card. I have 50,000 here, $20,000 there. They'll tell you this is what you need to do, how you should do it, who you should do it with, what you need to do. Do you need to refinance, remortgage, get a loan? You go find help, seek help, whatever help you find, be comfortable with it, follow it through. Don't start and don't finish. Make sure it's a professional help. Check the credentials. Don't go to any how do you say it, home-based person. Don't let them say, yeah, we can do it for you, and they
Don't let people teach you out of their experience. Go to
go, yeah,
the
don't
people that have that are experts in the field.
yeah, so go to a CPA, or no, not a CPA. Go to a financial read a book.
People just go to the bank that you're
Even just
owing
go to the
and
bank.
sit
Yeah,
them down and say, look, this is
this
the
is my
situation.
situation. And
Yeah.
if one bank doesn't answer, you go to the next branch.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, depending on who you meet, they might not be very nice. I've gone to banks where, stories that when we were applying for a mortgage, we went to the one bank and the guy looked at, no, you don't qualify. I said, what's up, And then we went to the next one and then we qualified in 10 minutes. I was like, So I realized that this thing is personality issue. So you go to one bank, they don't help you. Go to another bank. Don't feel rejected. Don't feel sad. Don't let anybody feel that. Don't make them let you feel that you're not good enough. Go. You know what? The worst they will say is no. And so who cares? They're not any better than you. You understand? We need to start.
Okay, so this is a disclaimer. Even the bank people have issues, right? So don't
Even the
look at because they're sitting on the other side and they know more better doesn't mean they're making good decisions as well.
Listen, there's a
It's
bank
based
that I
on decision.
also there's a bank that I will hide the name. If I two banks that I've worked with professionally, the level of mistakes they make, you'll be so. I said, how did you miscash the check? Did you know that it was a posted check? So I'm using to say that banks are good, they are great, but they're also human beings, and human beings are fallible. Do you understand? So what I'm saying is, as people generally, we should seek the help we need. Start a small saving, even if it's just $10 per week. Let that money be collecting dust there. You don't know. It gets to 2,000, you go for vacation, you reduce the stress in your life. You understand what I'm saying? You never know. Money attracts money. You have $2,000 here. They tell you to come and donate. Sorry, not donate, to buy into an investment. You have the $2,000. That investment will help you pay down your loan. And let's open up our minds. That's what I'm basically saying. When we talk
Before we
about
run out of time, I think what I just also want to point out to one stressor, which is live your life. There is nothing as stress-free as living your life.
Like me now, I'm not going to the dentist for you.
Is that what?
Like me now, I'm not going to the dentist for you because you went.
And that is it. Don't live your life to impress anybody. Don't live your life to make anybody happy. Your kids are not they're not for they're for showcase, but they're not for how you mark points. Oh, my child is this, my child. Teach the child, let them grow at their pace. Don't pass your pressure of trying to impress anybody on them.
Yeah.
Live your life. Let them make their mistakes, teach them. Don't be, because I feel like sometimes part of the reasons why you want a child to be perfect because the neighbor is looking what we did. Live your life. If you are surrounded with people that are stressing you, cut them out. Just cut them out and live your life.
Well, the thing is, I think when these things even start to stress us, we don't pay attention to it. Human beings generally are as social people, one thing that is going on with this COVID day and age now is, social isolation. And especially when they say COVID now is even rising in admits, and that we don't think there'll be a shutdown, but people are beginning to maybe stay home more, or, stay home, especially even our seniors and our adults. And so when you say a social isolation is kind of sort of happening, so when you're saying, live your life, copy, sometimes to feel, just to even feel and belong in that group, with people, you might have some people find themselves having to change, or no, I don't want to say copy. I think it's a perfectly
You
human
think
emotion.
2020 is a blessing in that way? It has given us a chance to sit back, reflect, and say, you know what? Who am I, self? What were
Not
those things that
everybody
I
can.
liked?
Not everybody
No,
can do
no, I'm
that.
just saying, so that maybe if it doesn't come to your consciousness, this is something you should do. Go and look for your old diary, the things that you
Mm.
love to do, the things that you liked at the time. If you didn't reach to write, just sit down and think, what were the things that really, really made me happy? And let's start indulging in those things again. And guess what? Those things were simple, very simple things. Those things that truly brought smiles to our faces.
Yeah,
I feel like this is the time for us to just sit back and say, you know what? What were those? And I've had to soul search myself, you
come
know.
to Jesus moment, eh?
Yeah. What were the things that made me happy? Trust me. Because at the time when they were making me happy, I didn't even have anything, right? And if I
Mm,
check them, those things are the things that really still make me happy now,
I agree.
you know. But
Yeah, like
because of society say we must be in a certain way. Be a certain way.
let me
Society
give,
say we must
let me
do a
give you
certain
an example that happened to me, and it's very small. I like coffee. I like drink coffee, and I'm not a big coffee drinker. Like, I just drink my one cup, and I met a couple of people. So I said, let's stop at a much. Everybody bought tea. It was and I said, please give me my extra large, and they're like, you're drinking coffee. I'm like, what is wrong with coffee? And they're like, it's like smoking. I said, coffee is, you know. And I was trying to say to them that no, there's more coffee in caffeine in black tea than there is in actual coffee. But that you're wasting money, you're buying this thing. This is. I'm like, see, and so for a moment, I said, let me not drink coffee. So every time I'm trying to go to certain gatherings, I will not buy the coffee, or I put the coffee down. And I started feeling better. It's a $2.30 cup of Tim Hortons coffee. I can drink coffee if I want to. So it stressed me out for a bit, honestly, like you did, because I felt that people judged me as I felt judged. I don't know if they did, but I personally felt judged that I was drinking coffee. And there's also the argument you can make for, when you're going to certain places, behave properly so they don't misjudge you, so that maybe, but I just felt very judged. Eventually I said, this thing is stressing me. For a cup of coffee is not worth it, So I went back to drinking my coffee, and I said, yeah, coffee, I like it. So what it is. You don't like drinking it. I like my coffee. Before you turn me into one maniac, coffee drinking maniac. That's and I drink just the one, but it didn't matter. People like, why don't you just drink tea? And I'm like, but see, for the lack of information, there's more caffeine in black tea, if you don't know, than
Oh,
there is actually in coffee in some
even
instance.
the Coca-Cola that we drink.
Abio, look at the amount of sugar there, but because it's socially acceptable, you know. I'm not saying break the norm. I'm just saying if there are certain things that you do to make yourself happy and you've had to stop it because people are complaining or people
As
are,
long as it is healthy.
and is proper, and biblically, or your religion, if it's proper, you be you, do you. um don't be stressed. I guess this whole tonight has been, we started from money and then we went up and down on a tangent, not on a tangent, but I think it all kind of matters. Our life matters, the way you value your life matters. And one
Our
of the
peace
things,
matters.
our peace matters. And one of the things we've not done properly as a, maybe as a people, as a community, is to take time out um to relax
Reflect.
and to reflect and to distress and to laugh. I find that when I'm stressed, I've stopped laughing, and I like to laugh. People who know me will say, I like to laugh and crack jokes and just be very, you know,
Let's be on serious for once, I beg.
what people want, I know, right? But people don't want to laugh. That guy is too playful. You know what? Play if you
Like
want.
should I tell you one thing that used to make me laugh then? When the kids would speak their grammar, my husband would say, "Yeah, they just spark."
Ah,
You know, and I just used to look forward to
Different
because
kind
I
of
will have a good
happens
laugh. Guess what? They will speak proper English very soon. So
eventually.
why would I kill myself? Like, look at it. I beg, let them say.
I
Let
know.
me
Let's
laugh.
laugh.
In due time, we'll correct them. In due time, they will catch on.
No, they'll catch up. Like, children would, would when I was younger, they would say, plural and singular and pronoun, like girls, boys. What I say, mans. And I was like, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. My mommy is a cooker. My mommy is a, I said, no, she's a cooker. She's not a cooker. She's a cooker. I'm not a cook. I said, no, mommy is a cooker. So eventually she loves that mother. Yes, of course, I realized that it's not a cook, it's not a stove. She's a cook. But, and, it's funny how this is. So, but yeah, I think that we should laugh. Just laugh. Just laugh.
Let it out.
Laugh. Go on what is it? Is it Facebook or no YouTube and put comedy show
It's
hosts that,
kids.
yeah.
All these funny skits,
All
right?
the funniest kids laugh. Some Emmanuel at them, Trevor Noah at them, to some extent our is it basket mouth or laugh. Just laugh.
Have a good laugh.
Just laugh, enjoy, laugh, relax. And you see, you don't have to spend money to laugh. Oh. Can be done with your phone. It can be done in your house. It can be done with your children. It can be done by yourself. Laugh till you cry. Just laugh.
Same phone that brings you all these stressful stories and the news and everything going on in the world. It's the
Yeah,
same phone you can use to search for the things that will make you laugh.
yeah.
And when you're done, you'll be like, you know what? Let me just go and sleep.
I know. Laugh at to the bone. Yes, like medicine. Just laugh, and after you're done laughing, laugh again, laugh some more, smile. Don't let anything steal your joy. And you know what? Look at the time. My name is Tayo Elnathan from the LCC Media Foundation Studios, and this is my trusted friend, the Bala of the Wordy Smiles.
AKA 4 times wiser.
I was going to be wiping your feet. I was
No, oh no, I didn't do any other thing. Oh my goodness. Just taking out the foil alone is enough, I beg.
I was wondering, did they wash it too?
Oh, I didn't do. No.
So on this
No.
your eye looks like it's a bit. What did you
Oh
take?
yeah, and then my jaw is still swollen. Yeah.
So it doesn't look swollen. You're smiling well.
Yeah.
Aww. But thank you. I really appreciate you coming in. Really, I can feel your pain. I can imagine the pain. Not that I'll go through it anytime soon, but I really appreciate you coming in. Really. So thank you everybody for watching our show tonight. We're really excited and really thankful that you showed up. And we're going places, guys. There's so many stories we're having. We're collecting a bunch of stories that we're going to share with you guys. And
we have a Christmas package, so look forward to Christmas.
Christmas, say you're going to do a nice Christmas pack. You're going to talk about.
Join us online. Let's do the Christmas here.
We should do yes,
after all, they say we should sit at home. So let's
enjoy. We do, Christmas. We can actually do. I was thinking of cooking. Some of us are stressed out about Christmas cooking or Christmas celebrating. What can we do to celebrate together? What are we doing? There's a lot coming up, guys. Really excited to be here and to have you guys watch us day in, day out, or every week. So once again, Tayo Elnathan sharing your stories on the LCC Media Foundation Studios. My trusted compadre, Bala of the Wordy Smiles. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping here.
Yeah. And fire what to you, Bala. What is it? What are you telling us to remember?
To remember, just laugh. Let it out. Life is not so serious. Even when you read the Bible, you see some things and you will laugh, right? So calm down and laugh.
Calm down and laugh. I like that. Calm down, laugh, and save some money. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Okay, then. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.